Hey, what's up? Foreign prop trader. Thanks for stopping by. Wanted to talk about a poll I saw a couple days ago. So, CNBC put out a poll that was showing that 66% of Americans, when you compare, they are more concerned about the Supreme Court nomination versus stimulus relief. The poll shows that 66% of Americans care more about pandemic relief than Supreme Court nomination. Um, I was looking at some commentary after this. Some of the media experts, some of those blue check marks, shocked and dismayed. Now, I understand that Supreme Court thing. It's a big deal. You know, it's a lifetime appointment. It's a critical time for the country, and the stakes are really high. Completely understand why people think Supreme Court nomination is very important, because it is very important. However, it's hard to prioritize that when you're about to be evicted. I posted another video about this a few days ago, where Massachusetts they stopped the eviction moratorium, and some people are being put in a very, very tough position. These politicians, these cable news pundits, I don't see why they are so surprised. I'm having a harder time seeing how they could be any more out of touch with reality. They're so focused on the conventional blue versus red, Democrat versus Republican. It ends up being, it's not about, is the average American winning? It's about, is the other party losing? If you guys like old school anecdotes or stories, this reminds me of the one where all the doctors agreed that the operation was a great success. Unfortunately, the patient died. Cultural issues, very important. Absolutely. Very critical time for the country. About to be evicted? Man, that seems pretty urgent to me. I'll show another article here. 32% of Americans are concerned about being evicted. Maybe not right now, but like within the next year. I can't blame them. It's bad. It's real bad. It's hard to be up to date on the most recent legal maneuverings when you're about to be on the streets, hungry, nowhere to sleep. This Supreme Court nomination, it has long-term applications. But so does being homeless, so does being long-term unemployed. So New York Times, a couple weeks ago, they hit us with an article where 5 million laid off people, regarded as a temporary layoff. These 5 million people are now regarded as at risk for long-term unemployment. This isn't temporary anymore for millions of Americans. Like, this isn't some thing that's, transient, short-term, we go back to normal. For some of them, there is going to be no new normal. Their new normal is going to be long-term unemployment. These issues the media tells us to care about. I mean, I guess when I'm standing in the food bank line for hours, then I guess I have time to contemplate some long-term cultural, moral, legal issues. But it's hard to prioritize that when you have concerns about hunger and eviction. I mean, so here's another headline in Texas from about a month ago. People standing in lines in their cars, long lines at the food bank. People who thought they would never be in this situation, they are now in that situation. Millions of Americans are now in that situation. In the meantime, some of these media professionals, professional political commentators, cable news, they're like, how dare you think about your looming eviction? I told you we're thinking about the Supreme Court. You're going to think about the Supreme Court. Andrew Yang got smoked a few days ago when he had the gall to call out Nancy Pelosi saying, hey, stop playing politics. We need stimulus relief. Nothing against Pelosi personally, but I think that's just kind of the broader theme that a lot of the politicians and political commentators, they're out of touch. Like, now granted, they make their entire career off of being divisive, off of, us versus them, red versus blue, Democrat versus Republican. That's worked historically because people, for the most part, were not in danger of losing their houses, being evicted, going hungry, being permanently unemployed. That's changing. I don't know how this current pandemic or economic situation is going to shake out, but man, it does not look good right now. The whole narrative of politicians saying, trust your party, trust me, I know what's best for you. Man, we'll see. I think that narrative might start failing. Not this election term, election's in a couple weeks, but longer term, 2024, I think the brutal economic realities for many people will start being the primary concern. Anyway, former prop trader, thanks for watching.